All right, here we go. Take 8.
Do it.
Feels like it at least. Take 8. Game of the week. They're loading in right now. Uh,
To go live.
so as we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled up.
Off.
All right, they're back live. So we are back live, and this time the Rams are gonna get the ball first and get the running game going. First down, as I was away getting everything set up. Sorry for the delay. Dobbs looking to hopefully get everything set up a little bit better this time around. He's going to drop back to his first pass the second time around, get it out to Cooks. And gain of 6 yards. Rams looking a lot better in this restart.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Josh Dobbs coming off a pretty good performance in his first starts. He was 11 for 15, 207 yards. I don't know what happened with that weird restart, but it looks like the Rams are back. Maybe they're seeing the field of play a little bit clearer, but a nice run by Gurley. Dobbs starting out quick. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pass play called here.
Formation. And play action, and Preston Smith in for the sack. Actually, that's going to be Burks. I'm sorry. I kind of just assumed that it was going to be Preston Smith. Burks in on the sack, and that'll break it 3rd and 12.
He was
There you go, Dow. Everett going to move out in motion. Dobbs drops back. Tries to avoid the pressure, not able to do it. Rashawn Gary in to make the sack, and that's going to make it 4th down.
an interesting start for both teams. We saw the Rams move the ball a little bit better, but then the Packers came back strong with a nice pass rush, which you don't typically equate with this Packers defense. 2 sacks on that first drive. Packers are going to be feeling good, but I don't think the Rams are going to be feeling too bad. I think they proved they can move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully this Rams defense is able to stop Aaron Rodgers a little bit better, about the same pace that they were before the end of the last game that we saw, where Donald was able to get in for 3 sacks. Probably going to be a little bit more difficult for Donald this time around, going up against Bakhtiari. And this is going to be a run play to Cook for 3 yards.
It's a little surprising seeing Rodgers out of the I formation. You don't see that too much. I don't suspect we're going to be seeing that much for the rest of this game. Typically, I think they have the most success out of the shotgun.
Shotgun, and especially 5 wide, which they're going to go ahead and do. Keep an eye on Henry Ruggs out on the left side. See if they're going to try and get it his way. Breaking open. Oh,
see
they
the Rams
actually go the other way. Going for number 82. Nice gain of 19. Juwan Moore. I would have thought that they were going to try it deep. Henry Ruggs was coming open. You probably want to hit the speedster. That really could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, the Rams changed up their defense at the last second there, and they did not change to the right play.
No, they weren't quite set up. And it's going to be play action. Donald comes free, but he's not going to get there. That could have been a close switch inside. I may be wrong. Maybe I'm just paranoid about that.
You're just paranoid.
That looked like it might have been a switch. Don't see that happen a lot in no switch. And this is going to be a run to Cook. Breaks it out to the left. He's going to cross the 50. No, they're actually going to spot him short of the 50. Don't agree with that spot at all. Just 2 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, bad spot there. But just going back to your point, Aaron Donald, I mean, he was an absolute game wrecker in the Week 5. We talked to Jimmy Garoppolo after the game, and, you know, he threw 5 picks, but if he were to say, I would say 3 or 4 of those he directly attributed to Donald. Hasn't had too much of a factor here, but I think he's going to leave his mark on this game.
Oh, without a doubt, as they only rushed 3, and that's going to give plenty of time to look for Henry Ruggs over the middle. And
Throw by Rodgers, too. Just beating that first level, that first tier of the zone coverage, going a little deeper on that deep end.
And give this time to number 35. Not a whole lot for Logan. Into just 3 yards. I don't think you're going to go against 3 yards any day of the week, but still, like, you probably... I don't know, you've been working this drive so well that 3 yards kind of feels like a letdown. Not going to move both Logan and Cook into the backfield.
Looks like Donald and Sheldon Richardson have swapped places on the interior. Let's see what happens there.
And dump off here to Cook. Lunges forward that first down. Not going to give it to him. He's just a few inches short, maybe about a postcard.
It was a nice play by Rodgers just to dump it down there. It's not the sexy play, but he was the only man open. He took his yardage there and bring it up a 3rd and inches.
Yeah, you got another down to play with. No sense in trying to force it. And it's going to be a run left. Did he get there? I don't think he got there. He did not.
He's a little short.
4th down and inches. And are you going for it here? I'm going for it
Absolutely.
here, honestly.
I'm absolutely going for it
4th and
here.
inches, 21.
First drive of the game.
They're not going to go for it. They're going to kick the field goal. That puts Green Bay up 3-0, but, I mean, your defense has been playing. Your defense played well on the first drive. You give up 1 first down, and then you stuff it. I don't see why you're not. I mean, your offense has shown plenty already. Why are you not feeling confident in the offense? I don't know.
Maybe it's not so much that, just, you know, they really feel confident in the defense, and, you know, they're really confident that Josh Dobbs isn't going to be able to hang 20 points, 21 points on them. So for the Packers, I think it's just a race to 21, 24 points. Should seal up the victory. I'd assume that's what Coach Matt LaFleur is thinking.
Dobbs looking left, incomplete.
Dangerous throw there.
Yeah, I don't know what he saw there. There was double coverage. There had to be somebody else open. I believe I saw at least one more man open. But Dobbs looked to be trying to get this deficit back in one play. We'll bring up 2nd down. Back pass, looking deep over the middle. Number 81, Everett, and he's up to the 45-yard line.
Gerald Everett, really that dynamic type of tight end, right, as opposed to Tyler Higbee, who's a little more of a blocker. But Gerald Everett, kind of like a wide receiver out there. Whenever he's in the slot, you know, he's more of a wide receiver than a tight end.
Yeah, big first down, big. Hopefully that'll bring some confidence to the young man, and any kind of confidence, good confidence whenever Gurley's running it. 8 yards, good run on first down, and that makes this 2nd down and pretty easy. 2nd and 2.
That's 2 runs for Gurley, 20 yards. We saw it last week, but a rookie by the name of Isaiah Pacheco had over 100 yards, was a really nice compliment to Gurley. I'm curious to see how he factors in, or if Coach McVay is just going to stick with Gurley, ride him out against the really good Packers.
And it looks like LaFleur going to bring his guys in for a second. It's going to be an unwarranted timeout, as it looks like there's a bit of a...
What this is it looks like he forgot his sunglasses in the tunnel. You know, it's nice and sunny and bright out here. All the stars are out here in Hollywood. LaFleur is running back into the tunnel. Looks like he's just coming back out, though.
Yeah, there might be... Maybe there's a few wiring issues with the headset. Maybe it's not getting to his offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Not quite sure exactly what's happening. But at the same time, hey, maybe Josh Dobbs just needs to go take a pee break. I mean, You never know. Could have the towels up.
Brain, we'll take some time to look around the league. Who's your most surprising performance so far?
Most surprising? Colts.
Any team that's the Colts?
I'm just gonna come out and say it. The Colts, 5-0. I think anytime you face Jacksonville and you beat them like that, like they have been the number 2. Yes, they outdid them in the playoffs in 2019. We're not able to get the better of them in 2020, but I mean, you're sitting at 5-0 right now. I don't think anybody had this team going 5-0 right now. And Cook's open on the left side as we get back to action. Josh Dobbs, it looked like a little bit of a pick. That linebacker wasn't quite able to get off, who was on Cook.
Yeah,
stuck on the
it
other
looks like
line.
number 54. He got picked by his own player there, so nothing wrong by the Rams. Just kind of bad communication by the Packers there, or by the Rams there.
Yeah.
Or by the Packers there.
They'll bring up first down,
And
coming out in the eye.
after this
Pacheco
play,
in the backfield.
kind of the opposite what I just asked you about in terms of who do you not believe in, who's off to a hot start.
Quick timeout here. Pacheco, the rookie, down hurt. Looks to be holding that elbow, maybe his right arm. Hopefully he's okay because he's been having a great year.
I hate to see that of a second-round rookie.
Most not surprising that they're doing good, or
Oh, like who don't you believe in? A team off to a hot start that you think's gonna fade.
It's honestly a tough one, as Dobbs can drop back and get sacked.
It's sack of the game by the Packers. These guys are really coming after him.
Yeah, and that's a good question, honestly. I'm gonna pass this one off to you real quick while I think it over. Who do you have as your hot start that isn't quite, you're not a true believer?
Well, I asked the question for a reason, right, Brain? And of course, for me, I think it's the Denver Broncos. I think there's been a lot of hype put on these guys. The 4-0 start was nice, but they just dropped to the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders are a bit of an upstart team, but I still like the Chargers in that AFC West. I think the Broncos haven't been able to fully unseat them yet. So I don't think the Broncos are quite ready to be true Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that seems to do really good against the lower tier teams. I say that, but they did end up only beating the Ravens, who are still winless by only 6 points, thanks to, I believe, 4 interceptions by Drew Lock. Yeah, I think I can agree with you there. Broncos, though, will they probably make the playoffs? Yeah, there's a good chance, but I don't see them being.
And they're dangerous, right? You got Phillip Lindsay is one of, if not the best running backs in the league. He's so dynamic. I can't count how many 200 yards games I've seen him have over the last couple seasons, but I think if you can shut him down, you're more than likely going to beat the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. And then what's one of the teams that's had a bit of a slow start that you think is going to be able to pick it up in this back half of the season?
Yeah, I'm always a fan of the Miami Dolphins. I think they're a bit of a de facto pick. They've been to just so many consistent playoffs, and they've really run that division over the last 2 years. But I'll give you the Tennessee Titans. They're 2-2, but I really like this team, and I think they could make a push for a wild card spot this year.
I can definitely agree with that, and I'll give you one more, just to play a little bit of devil's advocate. The 1-4 Carolina Panthers. They have been so close. They could really easily be, if not undefeated, a one-loss team right now. But just so many chokes late. I think that this team is a lot better than the 1-4 that they have. I'm going to give you one more, the Arizona Cardinals, thanks to the Kyler Murray injury. They've been taking a really big slide. I think once he gets back healthy, they'll be back in full swing. Hopefully the division isn't fully lost with the Rams and the Niners running away with it. Never know, this West is a really good division.
Getting back to the game, what a hit by the middle linebacker there to jar the ball loose on second down. Bring up 3rd and 12. That's a huge play.
Did he hold on to that? He did. Great play. Just a dime by Aaron Rodgers.
My. Sternberger. You don't normally see those kinds of hands from a tight end.
No, you don't. This is why they took him, though. That'll put him up at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 as the second quarter starts. Rodgers drops back, looking deep. Double coverage. Was that intercepted? It was! At the 1-yard line, they were looking for Henry Ruggs, and John Johnson is able to come down with it.
Dynamic play. That was one of those classic Aaron Rodgers Hail Marys, throwing it up there, and this time John Johnson comes down with it.
John Johnson the third, an amazing play.
It looked like Rodgers wanted his running back on the angle route. That was really well covered by, I believe, Corey Littleton, so it looks like he just tossed it up deep to Henry Ruggs.
And this is going to go to Gurley, and he's going to give him plenty of room. Nice run, and that'll give him a first down.
Really, I mean, that offensive line, just like they were last week against San Francisco, really opening up some holes, especially over the middle, in between the tackles. Although Gurley doesn't look as explosive as I've seen him in past.
Looks a little bit slower.
One of those knees.
And,
always talk about
we were just talking about how good this line is. I don't know what that was. I think that was just a little bit of a miscommunication between the fullback and the left guard because nobody blocked him. I hate to see that.
And I
think 15 now.
I think they'll choose mostly to keep the run game in between the tackles, but you do have to balance it out with some outside the tackle stuff. Didn't work there.
Ooh, 17, not able to come down with that one.
Had his man Josh Reynolds, but Reynolds just wasn't able to get enough separation, wasn't able to haul that down. That was a nice throw by Dobbs.
Yeah, actually, I believe that was Justin Jefferson on the right side. Maybe throwing just a smidget behind him. Probably want to get that a little bit more out in front, try and get him something he can run under.
At your own 7. I'm handing this one off to Gurley against a quarters front.
I won't do that, though. Try and throw it. And throwing deep. Incomplete, but that definitely looked like a switch. For sure.
Old habits die hard, Brian.
They do. I don't think that that's completed either way, but still.
Might be sent up to New York in the league office this week for a fine.
Yeah. And decent return up to the 43.
Tackle on special teams by number 33 there. That could have been a big gainer.
Now that'll bring Aaron Rodgers out once again following the interception. The first down off the 43-yard line. Got great field position.
What do you make of Josh Dobbs' game so far?
Probably just trying to take a little too much, trying to take the deep shot just a little bit too early and too often. You probably want to look at, trying to get it to Sternberger there as I was talking. Took a big shot. Had him, but I believe that was Jefferson once again. Or not Jefferson, Johnson, I'm sorry. And on the hit, same man that got the interception. But just trying to take too many deep shots. I mean, take what the defense gives you. Just like right there. Maybe that wasn't the best play. You don't think that a route like that's going to go 10 yards, but hey, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's going to get 10 yards and a first down off of a simple 2-yard in. Young man can learn from that.
Completely agree with you. Completely agree. Dobbs has been looking deep. And I don't necessarily think that's a problem. He can reel it in, look for some easier stuff. Maybe he's just trying to spread the defense a little bit of the Green Bay Packers, make them think of that long ball.
I mean, like, look at the 3rd and long. Maybe it's not going to be a first down, but Gurley on the angle route, he was there. Speaking of was there, 27, he's got a hole. He's at the 20, 10-5, and he's showboating into the end zone. That was Logan. And he's going to take it in to make this a 9-3 lead, 10-3 lead, bearing the extra point. And it's up and good.
And that'll be Trey Sermon, the Oklahoma product, 2nd-year guy. What a run.
Oh, it was Sermon? I'm sorry. I thought it was Logan. My apologies. And now Dobbs back back to work, down 10-3 now. 7:47 left in this second quarter. And if I'm the Rams, I don't need a big play. I don't need a big, quick touchdown. I don't need that. I need a long, sustained drive. Take about 4 or 5 minutes off this clock. Grind this defense out. Use your short game. Do something to try and make them work. And there you go right there. Todd Gurley taking it for 12 yards.
Yep. Packers just gave the Rams some of their own medicine with a run right up the middle. I think the Rams need to feed them that medicine right back. Do exactly what you just said. I'd love for the Packers to get the ball here around 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, you know Rodgers' 2-minute drill. He's one of the best at a 2-minute drill. Don't even worry about that. Don't even think about that. Just play your own game. If you play Green Bay's game, you're going to lose. And jump off there to Cooks. Gain of about 2 or 3, but it's going to work as like a short run.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we talked about. They probably heard us up in the booth and started talking about it down on the sidelines there. And the other thing is you got to give Aaron Donald and the guys on defense a chance to rest. Rodgers has been on the field a lot. Got to give the big men on the defense some time for some R&R.
Yeah. Let them hit the oxygen. Get Gatorade. And looking deep over the middle. Incomplete. Dobbs now starting.
We had him, though.
Yeah, had him. Just throw it a little bit out, too far out in front. Dobbs now starting 4 of 9 this time.
Offensive line of the Rams started off shaky with those 3 sacks in the first quarter, but that was some great protection there. Dobbs had his man. He probably could have sat back there for another 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah. Looked like he was just kind of rushing that one. Critical third down here. Looking deep down the middle for 81. That's Everett again. And the big tight end paying in once again.
The Packers showing that single high safety look. Rams had 4 wide, and I just think, hey, Gerald Everett's going to beat your linebacker in the middle of the field. I'm going to throw it to him.
Keep an eye on Jackson versus Cooks on the left side. Dobbs wants to take a shot. This is your chance.
That way.
He's not going to look that way. He's going to look to the right for Jefferson, and he's going to hit him down to the 10-yard line and a first down.
What a throw, but I mean, it's just so tempting to look on the left side where you only have that single coverage. You're hoping your guy can beat him, but Dobbs with a very veteran move, looking at all his options, finding the best one.
And he was definitely the best option. He had about 3 yards of space. Now I believe this is their first red zone attempt, and that's not how you want to start your first red zone attempt. Sack.
And just talking about Tony Jefferson, the LSU product. I know you're a big Bama fan. You were probably watching that game last night. What'd you think of Joe Burrow and the Tigers' performance?
I read one thing online. I was unfortunately at work, so I didn't get to see it. But I read one thing online that said, doesn't Jalen Hurts wish that he could have brought Alabama's defense to Oklahoma? And I think
always bringing it back to Alabama.
I think that's just the best thing that anyone could say about that game.
Preston Smith with a great tackle for loss there. Look at him. He just blew up the fullback and made the tackle in the backfield.
Now, Dobbs on a 3rd and 20. Just going to look short for Cooks. And he's just going to drop down, set up a field goal in the middle of the field. Smart move there. Let's go ahead.
I don't mind it. I think if he was to look for anyone else, he would have been throwing a 50-50 ball, and you cannot throw an interception right here. I think a 10-6 game, give your defense a chance to stop Rodgers, maybe even get the ball back before half.
Yeah. Make it a 4-point game. That's not the end of the world. And just let this defense work as they're actually going to bring this out. Not sure why they did that. Lost about a half yard doing that. And I guess, hey, you trust your guy, but, that deep in the end zone, you probably want to tell him, hey, just take the knee next time, please. Rodgers comes out now in the pistol. It's going to be a play action call. Rodgers rolling right, not seeing anyone. and gonna dump that off for no gain. Actually, a loss of 1.
Dangerous throw there to a fullback. That's a risky proposition.
I know you want to hit your dump off, but like just chunk that one away. He's covered. Everyone's covered. Like, you're not gonna get a whole lot even if you hit him. Maybe you're getting a yard at best. Just dump it. Just get it out. Play 2nd and 10. Drop back to pass, looking for Ruggs, and he's got plenty of room on the slant, and he's gonna get up to the 44, but looks like he's holding that. I believe that's left hand. He's kind of extending out. Hopefully he didn't break a finger. Rogers may have thrown that one in a little bit hard on him.
I know you love good quarterback play, and we're definitely seeing it here with Rogers today. One guy I want to ask you about is Matt Ryan, veteran quarterback. He's thrown 12 interceptions. He's actually tied for the league lead this year. What are your thoughts on Ryan? Do you think he is still the future of the Falcons, or do you think they're going to start looking elsewhere?
I think this is probably the year that you start looking elsewhere. It's not that he's really played just that bad. It's just he's taking so much risk. It looks like he's trying to make the big play happen every time, throwing interceptions. He's not really showing that veteran ability to just throw the dump off whenever you need to and know when to take your shots. Like right there. Just dumps it off and actually gets a first down. Takes a huge shot.
By Rogers there. Just a little sidearm sling. Bruised ribs, getting the report. Henry Ruggs doesn't look like he's going to be back in the game today.
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance maybe they're able to ice him down, but more than likely this is not going to come back. And this is going to be a run to Cook, and that'll bring the end of into the 2-minute warning.
We really
see a pass there. I mean, there's no downside if it falls incomplete. 2-minute warning, but whatever.
Yeah, the only downside is taking a sack from Mr. Donald there, who we really haven't seen be too much of a factor this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten pressure a few times, but that's about it.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Rogers drops back. Looking for the slant over the middle. Was that Sternberger? No, that was St. Brown. Catches it over the middle for the first down.
The slant plays over the middle, coming right to left. Wonder if the Rams defense is going to make an adjustment.
I'm kind of surprised that they keep playing this zone coverage. It looks like they're just calling that to just find the hole in the zone. And Henry Ruggs actually checking back into the game as this pass.
Sternberger.
That's not Sternberger. That was Valdez Scantling.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, I thought he had Sternberger over the middle of the field, but again, he's opting for that safer, shorter throw.
And this time it's going to be Sternberger who fights off one guy and gets up to the 14-yard line. And LaFleur is going to call his first time out of this half on the 14 with 1:05 left on the clock.
This Rams defense, they're not instilling much confidence in me that they can stop Aaron Rodgers in this passing game right now.
They're not.
I mean, Aaron Donald is really going to have to step up here. I do not think they can afford to give up a touchdown here before half.
And this is going to go to Ruggs around the outside, able to get the edge and get up to the 8-yard line. Aaron Rodgers has only missed 3 throws. One of those throws was intercepted. So I think he's had a good half so far. 2nd and 5 now, ball on the 8-yard line. Flip the lone back in the backfield. This one will go to Cook because he looks inside, and that's going to get stuffed.
Great adjustment by the Rams there, moving their linebackers.
I try and get everything plugged up on that right side.
They knew that run was coming.
Now 3rd and 3. And gonna look for the angle route. I think he's short. No, they're gonna give it to him 1st and goal.
We've seen that play quite a bit from the Packers here. I'm a little surprised that the Rams weren't able to see it coming and play a little tighter coverage on the running back there.
Yeah. I don't know how that was given a first down. It looked like the ball was well short. And in motion to tight end, and this is going to go to number 27 again. Not able to find his way into the end zone this time around, as the Rams called their second timeout. Well, third and final, I'm sorry. Second timeout in succession, but third and final timeout. 2 seconds. Ball on the 2. 43 seconds on the clock. Sorry.
Forgive you, Brain. I forgive you. I'd be a little wary if I were the Rams of calling timeouts here, though. Not sure what they're going to do with
Not sure what the play call is here. It's going to be a QB sneak, QB draw with Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to get in. He's going to run this one in for a touchdown.
Information was almost too good to be true. I am very surprised the Rams did not kind of see that one coming almost, as weird as that sounds. When you have the defense that spread out, that close to the goal line, I think a quarterback run's always in play.
Yeah. You got to have someone spying or bring the heat, something. All right, now 41 seconds. You don't have a timeout. Are you just kneeing this football?
With the giving up the touchdown there, no. I want points. I want to try to make this at least a one-score game going into the second half. I think there's plenty of time for 3, 4, 5 plays. I'm looking for some outbreaking routes, though.
It's going to be a screen call here, snuffed out perfectly by the defensive line. Not sure who that was in coverage. 76. And this is going to be a run to Todd Gurley. He bounces it out to the left. He might have a hole. And he's going to get up to the 48-yard line. You got to get up and spike it, though. It will spike it with 18 seconds on the clock.
We saw that last week. Wow. You see Dobbs went down there. Looks like one of the Packers D linemen tripped him. But we saw that last week where the Rams were running their 2-minute drill, and Gurley is a big part of their hurry-up offense.
Yeah, and with 18 seconds now, you're probably just seeing a few out routes.
Or one play over the middle, spike the ball again. You do have time for that. Take your field goal.
They will take it outside. Unfortunately, he's not able to get out of bounds, and they're not able to get up and spike it.
Really bad clock management there.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
You have Greg Zuerlein. You can hit that type of thing, but that's the one thing you can't do is let time run out on you. The Rams kick this ball off to the Packers. I mean, what chances do you give the Rams here? Do you think they can score 3 touchdowns in this half?
It really depends on this defense. This defense has got to step up. Other than the one interception where they got no points off of it, this defense has done nothing. I have seen nothing. I've talked so much about this LA defense, and they have done absolutely nothing. I've got to see something from them right here.
Aaron Donald's going to step up, but I think there's going to be 2 or 3 more guys on that defense who are going to need to make some plays. Start, though, holding Sermon to a 3-yard run.
Good job. Dante Fowler in on the tackle.
At the 27-yard line. 319. I'm scared. Watch time. Stay right.
Cook checks in the backfield. And this is going to be a screen pass to Cook. He looks to have the edge, and he will. First down up to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down. 158. Inside. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Check.
And play action called this time. Looking for, I believe that was Ruggs.
Oh, great route there by Ruggs.
First down, Packers. 158. Mike, 58, right there. It's coming this way. Here we go.
And this is going to be a draw play for Cook, and that's going nowhere. Aaron Donald finally making at least a little bit of noise.
Finally showing up. Donald, their big number 99. We need to see him more show up. I don't want to call my plays here, but I think he's going to be trying to get after Rodgers here. Let's see if he can make something happen.
Play action to call. Throws it deep for Ruggs. On target, and it's a touchdown. Henry Ruggs.
What a ball. What a beautiful ball. You see the arc on that one, Brain? I think that got as high as the last row here in the LA Coliseum.
Threw a dime, and not only did he throw a dime, he threw a dime with Aaron Donald right in his face.
That is the greatness of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, whenever he hangs it up, he's got a gold jacket coming his way a couple years after that. What a play.
And now LA's got to get something going. You've got to get something going on offense. You've gotten 2 field goals, quite a bit of punts. Did they throw an interception?
I don't think they've thrown interceptions yet. Just a lot of bad throws by Josh Dobbs. And you know, for me, this is a must-score drive, but that doesn't mean that you abandon the run game.
Speaking of, Dobbs finally going to use his legs. Gets down up to the 29, 4 yards.
Good play call there. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a little hurry up, a little quickness to this offense. Try to get some momentum.
Here we go. 2-10. Let's go. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Dobbs drops back, puts one over the middle. Did he come down with that? Cooks came down with that. At the 45-yard line.
Unbelievable. We talked about it on defense. Some guys need to step up, but same goes for that on offense. And Braden Cooks, what an amazing play from the superstar wideout. Oh, love seeing that replay. Can't get enough of that. Just found the high point while he was barreling, making a 360 degree. What body control by Cooks.
Play action's the call here. Looking over the left to Cooks again. Can't tell if they gave him the first. They will. They'll give him forward progress in the first down at the 34.
Poised by Josh Dobbs. Clearly there was a safety blitz coming. Offensive line held up decently, but great poise by Dobbs to find his man downfield. Him and Cooks are developing a lot of rapport. That's Cooks' 6th grab on the day.
Blitz again, and Curley catches it and turns on a dime to get up to the 18-yard line.
It can ease those
hurrying him
things.
up to the line.
Look great there. Little spring in a step.
And this is going to be a give to Gurley up the middle. He's up to the 5-yard line. They will mark him down at the 5-yard line, and they're knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
And it looks like the Packers defense was a little turned around there. Rams took advantage of it. Great decision by Dobbs to understand that, hand it off to Gurley. What are you doing here? Are you continuing to rely on the run game here?
Well, Gurley's checked out. Still, I do trust Kelly. And this actually won't be to Kelly. It's to Jefferson. He's got the edge. He's going to get in on the reverse.
Wow.
Touchdown, Rams.
That's what they needed. With no time taken off the clock virtually. What a drive.
Great drive. And that's one way to answer back. That'll make an 11-point deficit. And now these Rams need to do something on defense. Turnover just to stop something. Make Green Bay punt. For once, make Green Bay punt.
Let's make this Rams defense great again.
35 going to take out once again, and he's actually going to lose 2 yards this time around.
I really like what the Rams did there, right? There was a little quarterback option on the first play. There was that wide receiver end around. There was some heroics from Cooks, but a little bit of everything. There was a little power run game. That's what you need. That's what they're going to continue to need. I think the offensive coordinator was on point there, and he's going to need to continue to be on point for these next 15 minutes.
And give to Logan, only able to get 2 yards. He's going to get up to the 25.
Play by Dante Fowler Jr. sealing the edge there.
And we really need to see this defense step up, especially whenever they go like they are right now, going 5 wide. You need to see someone play good defense. You need coverage, and they just haven't had coverage whenever they're in these 5 wide sets. Like, look at it right now. The linebackers hovering.
No one over St. Brown.
No one over Sternberger either. That's going to go to Ruggs, actually, and he's going to fight his way up to the 38.
Great play by Rodgers. I mean, he was audibling. He actually audibled Ruggs out of an out-breaking route into an in-breaking route. He saw something in the defense there and took advantage of it.
There's a call here, looking deep. Incomplete. Good coverage by Marcus. Or no, that was not Marcus Peters.
Almost looked like offensive PI there. 84 is calling for a defensive, but he manhandled the cornerback.
That was Roby Coleman out in coverage.
2nd and 10 here. This would be a big stop if you get him into a 3rd and 10 type situation.
And run play there, and Aaron Donald's able to sniff that one out. Gain it maybe 2 yards.
A little bit of a high snap there might have taken off the timing, but still, Donald was in the backfield awfully quick there.
I'd really like to see this. They drop back on 3rd down. Coverage is intercepted! It's intercepted by Roby Coleman. He could go. He could
He's
go.
gone.
He's in. Touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
Roby Coleman is able to take it in for 6.
What a turn. What a turn of events. Trey Boston. What a play.
Oh, that was
I don't know what
Boston.
Rodgers was looking at there. Looks like Boston broke off in coverage and he must have been reading Rodgers' eyes there. And they're going for 2, trying to capitalize on this momentum.
They're going to hit the back of the end zone. He's able to make it. 2-point conversion is good, and that'll make it a 3-point game. And just like that, we got a football game again.
Look at that throw. What a pinpoint throw by Dobbs, channeling his Aaron Rodgers. That throw was just inches away from the linebacker's outstretched fingertips. What a throw.
And 35 going to bring it out again this time. Actually able to get some yards this time, up to the 32. Now here we go. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
So what's going through your mind right now if you're Coach LaFleur or if you're Aaron Rodgers? You just gave up 15 points quick.
I'm not phased. I mean, you throw one bad pass out of plenty, I'm not thinking too much about it.
The thing they cannot do is go into a shell here offensively.
They can't, and great run, but this is probably coming back for holding. The right tackle, Brian Balaga. Not sure why he's holding on the opposite side of the run, but
you saw Dante Fowler just turn around and do that. He held me dance.
yeah. That'll take away a really great run, and honestly, as well, they finally get a good return, and a hold brings them back to the 22. You finally get what you were wanting out of that return, man, and I'll be damned, right tackle Balaga just takes it all away.
I'm even going to pretend to run the ball here on 1st and 20.
Throw goes to St. Brown, or was that? No, that was St. Brown.
He hit over the middle. Good job by the rookie to hang on.
Taking an 8, they're going to stay 5 wide.
Be surprised to see that slant coming right to left. Let's see if the Rams are ready for it.
He was ready for it, took a huge shot, but somehow Javon Moore is able to come down with it. I don't know how he endured that hit.
Still brings up 3rd and 2. That's a great job by the Rams defense. I mean, they've given up some passes here, but let's see if they can come up 3rd and 2. We've seen this formation before.
And this will be the angle route. Oh no, the rookie Cook isn't able to come down with it.
Stone hands. And
God.
little PSA to any Packers opponents. If you see that formation, you know what's coming.
And they're going to try and go for it. Not coming down with it. Ball on the 39-yard line. Don't know why you try that.
Oh, my God.
Don't know why you try that. If you're going to go for it, just bring Aaron Rodgers out. My God. But that's going to give L.A. beautiful field position. Ball on the 39-yard line. I mean, you could just tie this game up without gaining a single yard.
No, Johnny Hecker's in the stadium, but he's not on the field. What are you doing there? Not a smart decision by the Packers. And, man, Josh Dobbs, what an opportunity he has here.
Give to Gurley for just the 9th time today. He will get no gain on the play.
It's a head-scratching move. I think the Packers, they must be just I mean, really confused and really surprised to be in a close game all of a sudden.
And Dobbs drops back. Easy sack.
Mm.
Burks comes in virtually untouched. And now you're down to the 47.
Just so tough. I mean, he had some guys open, but it's just so tough when you see a free rusher coming right in your face.
Yeah. Don't know how
Here-
great this is in there, but
yards here, and you can kick a field goal here with Zerline. Let's see if that's what they aim for.
number 18 just going to take it over the middle, get up to the 36-yard line.
And that's smart, right? I mean, with the turnovers, with the fake punt, this is essentially the Packers team gifting you 10 points, which, if you remember, was 10-0 in the first quarter. So you essentially nullified that slow start.
And Justin Ross, just a pretty easy catch to get into field goal range, and now with 1 second left on the clock in the third quarter. Everything's tied up. We're going to have a new football game in the fourth quarter.
Put them up, Brain. These fans are getting back into this game too.
Yeah, you think after that strong start from Green Bay, maybe you've quieted down this crowd in the LA Coliseum. After that 10-point swing, I don't think they're quiet anymore. I think everyone's on their feet.
On their feet. It's a beautiful day here in LA. They've had 3 quarters to get nice and lubed up. Could be advantage Rams here, especially with a guy like Donald on the field.
And this is going to be a run right with number 27. Going to get a first down, but Sermon not able to get anything more than that. As Johnson was able to bring him down, and that'll bring up the fourth quarter.
And the Packers I haven't seen this much power football from them in a long time.
Yeah, you usually see them. We've seen a lot of them spreading the football.
They're essentially either in 5 wide or power football every single down.
Yeah. And this time, power football not quite going to work out in their favor, up to the 42. And a gain of 4. He was able to fall forward for a little bit of extra yards. Down in about 6, still in power football. 2 wide receivers right, tight end left. And as they go ahead and flip that and forget what I said, it's now 2 wide receivers left, tight end right. And run play for Cook once again. He's just shy of that first down marker, 3rd and 1.
Not sure if the Packers have enough guts to call another run here on 3rd and 1. I think they're going to default to a pass.
And maybe you see a play action possibly. Try and keep him off guard. And this is going to be a run, and it's going to be stuffed.
Oh.
Loss of a yard.
Wow.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 2.
And Dante Fowler just shot the gap there. What a play.
And I believe they're listening to me this time. They want to go for it on 4th and 2 again from the 46. This time they're going to leave the offense on the field instead of trying to get cute and have your punter throw it.
This is a tough one, Brain. This is a tough one.
With this set, just let Rodgers run it. There's 3 down linemen.
Let's be wary of the quarterback run again.
It's going to be a quick throw. This is to Juwan Moore, I believe. Either that or St. Brown again. But it's going to be a first down. I believe that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's the first down.
It's just a bit too easy, right? I think if you're the Rams, you should know what's coming at that point. When you see the 5 wide, Rodgers is probably looking for something short, going from right to left.
Not pressing on that then. Down now, trying to throw it deep again. Peters is going to get called for a PI. Looked like he held him, trying to keep from having the touchdown call.
That was an easy touchdown.
There you go, now I formation, give to Logan, stuffed. Loss of 2 yards on that play. And
Big next 2 plays here for the Rams. I think at this point they should know what to look for from the passing offense of the Packers, and I think for my money they're well positioned to stop them and just let him kick a field goal here.
I don't know why with this pass rush and this secondary, why aren't you playing a little bit more press coverage? Play a little bit more press man. Try and let Aaron Donald get there. Try and just keep him stuffed just long enough for those guys to get in there. Instead, they've been opting for a lot of zone. And the zones have been there. Ooh, looked like 24 might have been able to jump up and get a hand on it, but instead, St. Brown's able to have the secure hands in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow. Big play by Rogers. Big drive by Rogers. Really showing his veteran ability there. He made a couple throws, couple clutch throws, especially that one on 4th down. Great answer by the Packers.
That'll make it a 7-point game, 31-24. And that'll bring Josh Dobbs back onto the field. And this is what I was talking about. Josh Dobbs, I really don't think he has the ability to go shot for shot with Aaron Rodgers. This defense has to step up in a big way. And
we,
other than the one time where they go for it on 4th down, don't get it, that's the only time that this defense has stepped up. That's what got them back into this game, between that and a pick 6.
And we talked about it before the game. We were saying that the Rams would need about 28 points to win this game. We didn't think they could score much more than that. That's exactly how it's played out. But let's see if they can surprise us here. A nice run by Gurley on 1st down.
Yeah, Gurley gets a nice cut back there from Gurley. And maybe the Rams trying to play a little bit of Packer football here. They're going to bring out 5 wide. Blitz coming. They're going to look for, that's Gurley on the right side, tiptoeing and up to the 49-yard line.
Ooh, nice play by Gurley. And yeah, taking one out of the Packers playbook there. You know, with the time on the clock, obviously the most important thing here is to get the touchdown you need. But I think secondarily, you want to score pretty fast here, right? So that you have the chance to potentially answer another Rodgers score.
Kelly's going to check into the backfield here. It's going to be a play action his way. Looking to the right. It's intercepted! I believe that was Adrian Amos on the interception, number 20. And he's going to...
Oh.
He's going to answer the pick 6 with a pick 6 of his own.
I don't know what he was looking at. And that's just, I mean, that's Dobbs in his 2nd start, going up against Rodgers, feeling like he has to make a play, forcing it into Gerald Everett, into man coverage. What a play by Adrian Amos.
And now you've still got time. It's a 14-point game. 5:58 on the clock. You've got 3 timeouts. The game's not lost yet. You don't have to play over your head. You don't have to do too much. Just play smart. Play smart football and you'll be fine.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check.
Early in motion to the right. Play action here. Fits it in. I don't know how he fit that into Justin Ross, but he's going to get it. And a little bit slow to get up. Not sure what's the issue there.
He popped up. He looked okay to me. I think it should be a minor injury.
Yeah, maybe he just got up and had a little hammy issue, something. And busted coverage here as Brandon Cooks up to the 31-yard line. Easy 1st down, and Justin Ross apparently just a bruise. Got to kind of roll in that right shoulder, so I think he should be okay.
Oh yeah, especially if they score a touchdown here, get the ball back. Expect to see the rookie sensation back in this game. I've been impressed with Dobbs. I know he just threw that pick 6, but I've been mightily impressed with him. I think he's made some good reads on the defense, acknowledged some gaps in the defense, and been able to take advantage of it, just like we saw there with the ball to Cooks.
And Dobbs now 5 wide. And changing things up, Gurley's going to come into the backfield now.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And this is going to be a run to Todd Gurley, but he's not going to get anything going. Maybe got about an inch.
I think down 14, you got to stick with the run game there. And the one thing I'm seeing from the Packers is they're really playing against that deep pass. So I think the Rams can just continue to take 10 to 15-yard chunks over the middle of the field.
Yeah. Cooks on the right side. Think he got 2 feet down. He did. All that
Still
for
a
just 2
dangerous throw.
yards. All that for just 2 yards, but
Reward there.
either way, 3rd and 8.
Field goal does you no good. You got 2 downs here to play with.
Oh, he had Cooks and threw it. Was a little late and well overthrown. Did he come? He came down with that. What? Oh, illegal touching. They're not going to give it to him.
My goodness.
I thought that looked a little sketchy, but
Reestablished his feet in the back of the end zone there.
I was thinking, what in the hell was that? Pardon my French, but what in the hell
Randy
was
Moss
that?
rocket catch from back in the day.
Yeah. Here we go, 4th and 8. This might as well be the game. 4:01 left. You've got to get a 1st down here. 3-man rush here for the Packers. Oh, he's got a man over the middle. He's not going to look that way. He's going to look right for the end zone. He's going to come down with it. 86 comes down with a touchdown anyway.
Oh my God. Wow. Thrown into double coverage. What a play by big number 86.
So now you're going to send your defense back out there. 7-point game. You only lost 2 minutes off that clock. 4
Tell you,
minutes
Brandon,
left.
I'm done guessing. This game's out of surprises. I'm just going to enjoy the next 4 minutes. Nothing will surprise me anymore.
Yeah, 35's going to bring it out of the end zone. Got a bit of a hole. Got a couple more yards than he would have if he just took the knee.
And truly, I'm not a big believer in silver linings, but I'll tell you what, regardless of the outcome of this game, I think the Rams have to feel good about how they played and their next 5 to 6 weeks without Marcus Mariota.
Definitely shouldn't be worried too much if you're in Hollywood. And give this time to Cook. That's going absolutely nowhere. Stuff by, I believe that was Ibukam. That was.
And looks like the Rams are a little more aggressive there on defense, trying to see if they can force a clutch turnover here.
And I mean, either way, you do force a punt. It's not the end of the world. You just cannot give up points, period. Obviously, you can't give up points, but like, something's got to give on your defense. And that's not what you wanted to give. You didn't want to give them up to the 49-yard line.
Oh.
I say again, they keep playing the zone coverage and basically giving Aaron Rodgers just whatever the hell he wants. I don't know why you don't try and play a little bit more man coverage and try and maybe force Rodgers into a mistake. And
Stop.
There it goes. Henry Ruggs gonna take the slant. That's what he was known best for. Coming from Alabama, catching those slants from Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, I don't know why you don't scout that, but
It's a great play by Rodgers. Saw the double safety blitz coming, knew there was no help over the top, and just fit it right in to his rookie wide receiver. What a play.
a second-year wide receiver.
Second-year wide receiver. What a play.
So now, 2:39. If you can score quickly, you're not out of it. You still got all 3 of your timeouts. You still got the 2-minute warning to work with. You've got a chance. You've just got to play smart, and you can't give up. You can't make the mistake. You can't make any mistakes, really. You've got to catch every ball. You've got to just do whatever you can, as this is going to be tempted to fit that one into number 18. Justin Ross not able to come down with that one. Safety able to break that one up.
Check, Mike 42. Check.
Second down now. This is going to be a dump off of Cooks. And he's just going to go ahead and go to the ground, get the 1st down. 2:15 on the clock and turning. And incomplete. Intended for Everett. 8 seconds before that 2-minute warning, so you probably got about one more play. off at Gurley, who's going to get it up to the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
And that'll bring up a 2-minute warning.
Situation in the NFL. For my money, he's not handling it too well. He's really looking for a lot of short underneath throws. Someone needs to remind him that they're down 14.
Going to dump this off once again to Jefferson. And on 3rd and 4, they're not going to get the first down. So this is definitely the football game right here. Get the first down, get out of bounds, and maybe try and do something with this. They're going to check into something else. I don't know what this is. They're not going to try and run the football, thankfully. Oh, they're going to find Justin Ross over the left side. Okay.
They saw something there in the defense. So it was a very head-scratching move, but hey, it paid off. Dobbs now over 300 yards on the game.
And looking over to the right side. Ross again comes down with it.
Whew.
Got a man in the back of the end zone. He's going to come down with it. Gerald
Right over that
Everett
middle linebacker's head.
might be a little too late. 36 seconds on the clock. And now,
You go for the onside kick, you have to.
yeah, I think you kind of have to. I mean, 36 seconds, your defense hasn't done a whole lot. So kicking it deep probably isn't much of an option. And not going to come up with the onside kick. Oh, fumbled! Oh, they weren't able to get it.
Oh,
Instead of just going to the
What was he
ground,
doing
I
there?
don't know what that was. That was almost
leap.
the prayer that the Rams needed.
a jump over a guy from a standing position.
And
Really,
running
the Rams
play
were
call
bringing
here.
everything they have.
All right, here we go. The Rams can maybe get the ball back if you're able to just stuff the run a few times.
Yeah, and with 15 seconds and at their own 10-yard line.
And nope, that's going to be ball game right there. Well, not quite.
No.
Yeah, might as well be. I mean, ball at the 19.
Great run by James Cook.
Ball
Yep.
at the 19. You still got 2 timeouts. They did step out of bounds, but I mean, might as well just go ahead and give them 3 points.
Yeah, kudos to the Green Bay Packers here, right? Aaron Rodgers had a fantastic game. They mixed it up a little bit with Trey Sermon and James Cook in the backfield there. Both had good games, but great offensive play calling. They really moved the ball extremely well. Which one of these two teams do you think is the bigger threat in the NFC?
Bigger threat in the NFC. Packers have looked good, but damn, am I not impressed by the way that the Rams have been playing without Marcus Mariota. Once Marcus Mariota comes back, you really got to keep an eye on the LA Rams.
I got to agree with you, and I think they're the clear favorites in the NFC West right now, especially with that injury to Kyler. But the Packers, they've got the Bears in the north there. No doubt in my mind, both these teams are going to be in the playoffs. This could be a potential playoff rematch, Brain.
There's a good chance, and I could, if I had to guess, this would probably be, if not a wild card matchup, it'd probably be somewhere around maybe a divisional round. I don't see this really being a conference championship style round game, but either way, that is going to do it for us here. Packers take the win by 7 after the late comeback is squashed. Rams move on to 4-2 on the year. Packers to 5-1. Sammy, do you have any other takeaways?
No, I don't. I mean, I think we covered it a lot. I think the Rams are a fantastic team. I think the Packers are a fantastic team. So, Bren, it's always a pleasure. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you right here.